Hi guys, it's me again. I know it's been a bit. We don't gotta talk about it. I already know. I'm sorry. I know that wasn't the agreement. Let's move on. But today I'm gonna do another video, and this is a little get ready with me for this look. So if you'd like to see it, just keep on watching. Hi guys, so let's get right into it. I'm not quite sure what the look we're going for, but it's gonna be a little chit chat, little get ready with me while we're doing it. Me, I use the brow palette from BH Cosmetics. I really enjoy it. I'm just gonna be dipping in right into this brown right here, okay? Here we go. I am gonna be using my eyebrow pencil from the Brow Gal. And one of the tricks that I like to do is I like to get a little pomade on there right away. Little dip. And then I like to squeeze it out just to create a nice tapered look on my brush. It has been used and abused multiple times, so I like to gently pat her down when I can. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go right into that color again. And then I'm going right, I'm gonna brush my brows down. Go right above where they start. Sorry about the lighting. I am right by a window, so it's all on the sun, whether it's going to be good or bad, and where I'm standing, of course. Okay? Bringing that up towards the front. Here we go. Second brow. I know I started with the top on the other brow, but it doesn't really matter to me what area I start with. I'm just filling in the more sparse areas. I am not going above and beyond to create an altogether new brow. I am simply just very gently going in and going over what I apologize, my mirror's over here. Okay, go down that end, down at the tail. And she's a good brow. Okay, next let's just make sure our other one is looking similar. This one has a little more box shape to it. That's just naturally that brow. Nice. We're also going to be using an affordable palette from Morphe. This is their, I'm not quite sure. Oh, this is their 35O palette. Pretty popular neutral palette. Sadly, I don't touch it as much as you would think I would. We're gonna go in that first one with our big fluffy, and we're just gonna powder down what we have. There you go. I'm sorry, that lighting's so it's bad placement for me in my mirror. I feel like that's a me thing, not a you guys thing, so I'm sorry. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this bad boy right here, nice cool tone, and I'm gonna go in right on the end here. Follow up with the same on this side. I'm not noticing quite a humongous difference when I even put the shade down, but since we did do it on the other eye, I do just want to mimic that so we don't throw it off too much, okay? I'm going to switch over to this contour brush, and I am going to use, well, we're going with more, okay, so we're going to go this one and this one. Ready? I want to stick to affordable brushes, but I do have some Real Technique brushes that allow me to blend a little nicer. Like this is more of like packing that and everything, but we're looking for a little more blend. So I'm gonna take a minute here to pause after I pack this bit of color on, and I'm gonna go find my Real Technique brushes, okay? So I'm gonna take this Real Techniques, what's this one say? This one says a crease brush as well. And we're gonna soften up those edges. Now when you're limited with brushes, it can be harder. It really can. I don't want to say it can't be. Technically, you won't see a humongous difference if you're just practicing without brushes in the first place. I guess maybe you'll only notice the difference if you had brushes and then you had them, then you didn't. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, ah, snap, this could be so much better, so much more blended. Guys. Okay. We're gonna push forward. Soften that up, just keep going. Little tiny round motions. Beautiful. Okay, and when you get closer to these edges, just soften up that wisp that you're doing. Soften up those little circular motions. Sorry, once again, the lighting. Okay, so we're gonna pause on that. We're actually gonna pause on our eyes altogether and we're gonna move on to the face. That's something that I like to do. You do not have to do it that way, okay? I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer underneath my eyes. I think it really makes a world of a difference underneath my eyes. If you do not have dry eyes, don't bother. But, I shouldn't say mine are dry. You don't have to not bother. I just personally like the way my concealer sits a little better when I have it. Is that a crime? I don't think so. For foundations, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible. This is the Pro Glow. I do like the Pro Matte, but I also like the Pro Glow a little better. It's the Pro Glow. I think these are like $11.99 a tube. This one I'm currently using is shade 103. I believe that e.l.f. primer is only like $4. I'm going to squirt a little bit onto my hand. About that much. May not be a little to you, but I can do a lot of things. So here we go. Got it on my back. Got it on my spoon. Go. My sponge feels a little dry. Cover FX spray on this if you can use whatever setting spray you have. I do highly suggest you have setting spray, you guys. I'm not saying anymore that that's a no need. I feel like that's just, unfortunately, just a really good product to have, okay? NYX has some that are just fine. The Infallible line has one that is just fine. Morphe has one that works great, has an amazing mist. And if you're willing to spend money, do it. I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Pro Total Coverage Concealer again underneath my eyes. A little squirt of that. A little goes a long way. It is similar to the Shape Tape. Shape Tape. And so I like to take it one eye at a time. I think that that really helps. If you're not going for such a full-blown look, like I'm not going for a huge look today. So what I'm going to do, instead of dragging it upwards. I don't need to. I'm gonna just keep it right underneath my eyes and actually pull it a little long on my nose. Blend that down a little bit right underneath my nose. I'm not taking more product. I'm just using what I have. Oh, nice. Very nice. Not bad whatsoever. Concealer done. Next, I'm going to be using the Airspun. I'm sorry, there's powder on the coverage. The Airspun Total, no, this is just a translucent one. Okay, this is about $5.99 at Walmart, but Walgreens upped their prices on it. It used to be like $6.99 and now theirs is $8.99. Saw that the other day and I was like, relax, Walgreens, relax. Not that I'm like super mad at it because it's still a great price, but we was getting a bargain before and now don't do that. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to dip it in and then tap it off on my hand, which I didn't do, so I have a little too much, but that's okay because I'm not pressing just yet, I'm just brushing on, and then I'm gonna go in and press it right underneath my eyes. It just looks the best for this concealer like that. Right underneath or around my nose and on the sides of my nose. I don't like that, so this, you can tell I'm pressing hard. I'm really pinching that blender here. And we're gonna do it again, pat it off on my hand, and we're gonna get right underneath there and just little shimmy pounces. What can we relate that to? Shimmy. Oh, like when you're going brrr on somebody's back. That's what it should feel like on your face. But with one hand. Okay, and I'm gonna bring that down to this side of the tin. And what I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna tap, smooth out that, oh, I lied. I'd say smooth it out. Try to get it a little more, so it's a little more sparse like that. Pat it and brush it on. You can go over that and pack in afterwards, but giving that light brush down. I'm going to take this fluffed out brush and I'm going to grab a transition color, but I'm not quite sure which one because we're going with a peachy, so maybe I'll just stick to something within these three. Why not, hey? Get that in there, in this area. Get that all throughout that area. Oh, girl. I think we went in with... Okay. No, I think it was... I could be totally wrong. We want them to match, but... I could have messed it all up. We don't know, guys. We don't know. Okay. Just come back on over here with that fluffy brush. If we're sticking to e.l.f. brushes and the Real Technique brushes, just use what you have. And those fluffy ones used to blend, and those smaller, shorter, fatter ones used to pack that color on, okay? We're gonna now go in with something like this, right down here. They say what's on the top must go to the bottom, or whatever. What's on the bottom must go to the top. Beautiful. Just, I love having something on the top and something on the bottom. I don't mind a bare bottom, but I do think it really helps. Stick with this one. We're done with the yellow. We're done with the underneath. We're actually going to deepen that outer. And we're going to go with something like this. I'm going to brush that on there. We're going to take that right here, babe. Right freaking here. Get that right in that little bad boy corner. Bring it down just a hair. Brush it out. Don't be afraid. Same with this side. Come on. So far so good. I'm going to brush that off. I am going to take something. I think I'm going to do this one. This bad boy right here. It's a shimmer. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put that wait. Okay. I'm not sure if that's a necessary step, so if you don't do it, don't do it. Next for the face, we're going to go into a contour. This is the Wet n Wild contour, and I'm going to be using this e.l.f. brush, which doesn't have a name on it, totally fine. Like this. I do like it for contouring. This is a very subtle contour. This contour is only about like $4.99. You can find it at Walgreens, Walmart, Target. I can't say the price is going to match everywhere. Walgreens is a little more expensive. Same with Shopko. And the only reason it doesn't have a cap is because, unfortunately, although it is a nice product, it is still a cheaper product, and my cap broke off, I think, like the day after I bought it, so. The Maybelline Highlight Bronzer. Mine is unfortunately totally broken, but what I like to do is I like to shake it and then use right up here what's in the cap. Okay, so once again, you can buy a lot fluffier ones than this and it would be a lot more promising than what I'm about to do. But you can take your e.l.f. brush or your Real Techniques and you just go right over what you already did. This is more of a just a second layer. I do like to do a second layer contour. There's contour and then there's the bronzing on top. I think I lost a chunk. I do think there creates a nice blend of colors. And moving on to our last one, we are going to do a blush. And the blush that I'm going to use is the same blush we used on our eyes, just a little coordination. Wet n Wild blush in Mellow Wine. Love that. Anyways, doing another different e.l.f. brush. I do have multiple of these because I do love them. CoverGirl Clump Mascara, Clump Crusher. And I do like the waterproof one. I think it's a nice mascara. Here we go, nice up to the lash line. I lied, that hurt. Too close. I'm watching to be one. And since this is a get ready with me back to school look, let's say a little back to school story. Sorry for my eye roll there, it was a little dry. Okay, let's see, let's start with kindergarten. The time I got a black eye in kindergarten. So one time in kindergarten, I went to a cute little private school. We had a small little group, or I should say class, and I think I liked it. I really can't remember, but I do remember an incident where I was harmed because one day during art, we were painting what I truly think was like little stained glass little things, cute little art project, and my teacher used to use baby food jars as her water dishes for the kids. I think that's a brilliant idea, just saying. And one day, I went to go rinse mine out, and as I'm walking back to rinse mine out, I'm walking this way, and this kid is walking backwards, and I'm walking forwards, and he's walking backwards, and he must be talking to somebody or something. I can't really remember. I don't know. Lie. But he's walking backwards, and he bumps into me, and when he bumps, like, we collide, and when he bumps into me, his paint cup, or his little Gerber jar, went up and slapped me right in the eye. It comes up, and it whops me right in the eye, and I'm crying because my eyes burn and everything like that, and I'm being, like, I'm just... Teacher comes on over, and she's checking me out, and in the middle of her checking me out, I must have moved or something, and her ring poked me in the eye. And when she poked me in the eye, I was like, ah! And it got even more dramatic. So, needless to say, he didn't apologize, and whatever. It was an accident. Accidents happen. But that weekend, or within a time frame, because I ended up getting the black eye, but within that time frame, it was my mom's wedding. And needless to say, not only did they have to cake my makeup, or cake makeup around my eye, but on top of it, I didn't even get a lot of pictures, and my mom didn't get a lot of pictures of me because I look crusty and dusty. But whatever. I don't know if the rest of the year sucked. I just know that I was a bad incident, and I'm pretty sad about it. Okay, next after this, I'm going to do my lips, and I don't know, guys. Do we want natural? Yeah. This is a Milani lip liner. I think they're very nice. This one's in the shade Cocoa. It's a brown one. I like it. So what I like to do is I like to start out at the edges of my corners and bring it on in, and I don't fill in that inner part, okay? This is something like I would use to blend out my, this only has lipstick on it from the last video I just did. But I use something similar. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to spray my face down with some setting spray. Once again, I'm going to use the Cover FX one. It's not a drugstore one, but there are lots of drugstore ones. I just don't have any on me. Do I? I don't know. I'm not going on the hunt for it. I would. No, I don't have any. I just don't have any. Here we go. We're going to spray it down, then do our highlight. Ooh. Now, going in with our highlight, I am just going to use a affordable brush that I have, which is a Real Techniques one, which is this. And remember, the Maybelline Master Highlight. And then this is a very natural highlight. That's fine. I do genuinely like it. Right up here. Just so when that light hits, it all sheens together. And then boom, bada bing. That's it. So, this is my easy, go-to, affordable school makeup, okay? So if you guys would like to see another back-to-school look, something a little more simple, something a little more glam, and hear another story time of a traumatizing time in first grade, you let me know. Bye. Well, no, I lied. Not bye yet. If you like that, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button, because not only is it going to help me, it's going to encourage me, it's going to everything. And I think that we should encourage each other's growth, empower one another, do what we can to make the world a better place. So, if you liked it even remotely, could you just do that? Thanks. Okay, now bye.